when a child is battling a life-threatening illness, you want to give them the world, right? Well, guess what? It is possible. And our guest here, Pam Landworth, which you see here, she's going to fill us in on the cause and why it makes such a huge difference in children's lives. Welcome, Pam.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
So we're talking about Give Kids the World. Tell us a little bit about the organization and the village, too, that's here in Central Florida.
Certainly. We're a nonprofit organization based in Kissimmee, Florida, that serves children and families from all 50 states and about 74 countries around the world.
Wow.
And these
started here in Florida.
This is the only place. It's right here. And these children have a life-threatening illness between the ages of 3 and 18 with one wish, and that's to visit all the magic that Central Florida has to offer, whether it's Disney, Universal, SeaWorld. So we are the destination for all of those wishes.
And what I love about this too, yes, it's a trip, but I mean, look at these children. They're so happy. It's so much more than that. So what does quote unquote the world mean to them and to their families?
It's really all about creating activities to inspire that child to go back and renew that battle, or in those tragic times the child loses the battle, some wonderful memories for the families to reflect on. So it's a week packed of everything from life's simplest pleasures to the stuff dreams are made of. I mean, we have an ice cream palace that's open from 7:30 in the morning till 9:30 at night, so the kids can have a banana split for breakfast, lunch, dinner, before evening snack.
Yeah,
Doesn't that sound like great? All healthy, all very healthy.
How did you come up with this? I mean, where did you come up with the inspiration to say, I'm going to give kids the world?
Well, it's actually Henry Landworth who's the founder. He was a hotelier in the area, and because of his past, he was in concentration camps from age 13 to 18 and came over and became very successful in the hospitality industry. And he owned a hotel that those wish-granting partners would often call and say, hey, if we can make all the other arrangements, would you please put the family up for free? And one night, his general manager told him that a reservation had been canceled because a little girl named Amy, she had passed away. And he found out it was taking roughly 2 months to make all of those necessary arrangements. And some children, unfortunately, just don't have the 2 months. So started Give Kids the World 27 years ago in a storeroom in that property. And since we've never turned down a child, and we can bring children down in less than 24 hours if need be.
That is amazing. Now, I used to volunteer there
Wonderful,
for about 2
right?
years.
Yes.
Every Sunday, I would go and serve breakfast. And one of the things that brought me back every Sunday was just looking into the faces of these children, and it's almost like they don't know they're sick because they have
that time.
this will to just enjoy the present moment. And
Very
that
true.
is one of the things that I just was so inspired by.
Well, and I wanted to ask too, because you know, doctors tend to focus on treating the physical, so this is kind of a form of emotional therapy and well-being. I mean, how important is that? I mean, you guys too, to recovery.
Well, what
or
do
to
you see in the
dealing with
kids when you're giving so much to them emotionally? How does that affect their recovery?
Well, I think it's that whole emotional, physical, and mental health are so closely intertwined. If people want to get better, and you have to give them hope, there has to be a light at the end of the tunnel. We've got some amazing stories where children have come down and they may even be on hospice care. And one child in particular, we call her our little Princess Alyssa, who came down. She was with us in 2001.
I think we have her photo.
I think you
too.
do,
But go ahead
yeah,
and
when
share
she
her
was
story
there.
while we get that.
But she was stage 3 kidney cancer and was on hospice care, and that's her in the beautiful little tiara.
Wow.
And after her week, she wanted to be a Disney princess, and so every day she dressed up like a different princess. And when she first got there, she was despondent and was barely walking. By the end of the week, she was motivated and happy.
It's amazing.
She went back and told her doctor, if you want to get kids well, don't give them shots anymore. Send them to Give Kids the World. It's magic medicine. She's 14 years old now, and her dream is to take my job one day. And by the time she's ready, they will probably be.
But what beautiful stories that you
It's
share.
amazing,
The guy that started this actually experienced the Holocaust.
Right,
Then he
right.
decided to give back. Then you just told us the story of this little girl who
Right,
had
exactly.
kidney,
You're passing
liver
it
cancer,
forward
and
in
she's
such a
doing
fun way.
generation. That's amazing.
But it's happening from within the person, from within the heart, and that's
Absolutely.
probably why you're having such great success, because it's so authentic and organic and sincere.
And what I love too is the families, they don't have to financially bear any of the burden
it's
here.
completely
But you
cost-free for
guys
the families.
you do need help in raising funds,
Absolutely.
having said
Absolutely.
that, and people can volunteer and help out. Talk about some of the events like the ice cream thing you mentioned, there's a gingerbread run. How can people
what
get
can
involved?
we do to
so
help?
many wonderful things, and we have we are a 70-acre village, so we have 140 villas where the families stay with meals and all of those things. We have a very small staff, but we have 15,000 volunteers.
Wow.
We fill 1,400 volunteer
amazing.
shifts a week. week. So like we were saying, you came out and volunteered. We take a lot of those volunteers. And then we have some wonderful opportunities to get involved from a fundraising standpoint.
Can I just say this?
Go ahead.
When you say there's so many thousands, that puts people off because they think they don't need more.
Oh, no.
Do you need more?
Oh, absolutely.
Always
Always
do.
need more.
Always,
1,400
You've gotta say
shifts a
that.
week. We need volunteers. Absolutely. And just go to our website and you can see all the different opportunities
What
and
is the
things like
website?
that.
Thank you so much, Pam. Yeah, she's going to stay and help us close out the show. But if you do want to learn more about Give Kids the World and how you can help, head to givekidstheworld.org, and we'll also link you guys up on our website as well so that you can get in on this cause and be a part of something great, right?
Absolutely. We need the help.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us.